actually sure. You probably played it more recently than Kenneth.
Roger hasn't gotten his in a long time.
Roger did it recently. Remember we were all yelling at him for not grabbing any awards?
Oh yeah, I remember.
Oh, Jeremiah.
What?
Remember how you said the Clippers weren't the overwhelming, like, favorite?
No.
You said the Lakers weren't the overwhelming favorite?
No, both.
Oh wait, yes.
No.
So what were you guys fighting about last night
favorite.
for an hour?
No, but you said some people thought the Clippers would win. I mean,
wait, whose lobby did I join?
Yeah, some people did think the Lakers would win.
Well, let me
Whose
show
lobby
you
did I
the,
join?
I mean,
results.
you guys thought the Lakers would win.
No, like, we're talking about media.
I thought the
Yo,
Bucks
whose
would win.
lobby did I join?
We're talking about media.
Bro, you're on a PS5, just
whose
join
lobby
one of
did I
them.
join? What?
You might check Snap.
Bye, what?
It'll be quick, just join one of them, it's fast.
I don't know if they're both in. I don't know
Just
what
try
they're
and
doing.
join one of them
Doesn't
and
take
see
a
what
long time.
happens. It would be
He's saying it
quicker than
doesn't
you
take
sitting
long.
here and asking them with them not responding for like another minute. And you have a 50-50
bro,
chance.
watch your mouth, bro. Shut up.
You might
God damn, bro.
It's fine, sit here and keep asking.
What do you think?
Shut up.
What? That doesn't tell me overwhelming favorite at all.
What?
What? Just because? What? It's a little over half. That means they were the favorite, not the overwhelming favorite. I guess you can know the line.
No, because I heard Abdullah say he got a hardwood classic, so I thought he was in the wheel.
Be in the finals, right?
What?
Well, actually, they are the favorite to be in the finals.
They were the favorite to win it.
No, but I'm saying, like, they're 100% the favorite to be in the finals.
I
don't know why. Well, you can't argue that.
Who will win?
I don't know
Who will win the NBA title?
if that's
You can't argue that.
No, you can,
It
because like people that picked the Bucks or 76ers to win the finals might have said the Lakers would beat the Clippers.
It's 0%.
Are you fucking good?
No, but you understand.
No, I don't. It's very, like, there's a possibility, obviously it's not true, that every single person that picked the Bucks or Sixers would have picked the Lakers to win the finals had they been forced to pick a West team. And then in that case, like, you know what I mean?
Huh?
What are you saying?
Those numbers don't say anything. It doesn't mean the Clippers were 100% going to make the finals in analyst eyes.
Yeah, maybe not. Okay. How can I explain?
Can you join?
Just head to the pod. You got
The Clippers were favored to win
bloodlust. Never hurt anyone.
an infinite times more than the Lakers did.
What the fuck does that mean?
It means that no one thought the Lakers would win.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, there's proof there that nobody in ESPN that they tabbed thought the Lakers would win.
Experts.
Yeah,
Basketball experts. And
It's a panel.
that's a reliable
Think slow.
source.
I
Or
mean,
they
it's
were
reliable, but let's keep in mind we don't know how many people are actually falling under that umbrella, and there's loads of other sports outlets that could have placed bets.
Abdullah, can you join?
Yes. Yeah.
Bottom. No, wait, no. Top
It's
left.
from the ESPN panel of basketball experts.
Okay, that's
Top-
one panel
top
under
left.
one brand of sports that didn't even prove that they
The
were
biggest brand.
favorite.
What?
Jeremiah,
gloss
Jeremiah,
over
top
that?
left.
What? No, you're right. They are the biggest brand. It doesn't prove anything though. There's more people not
Yeah,
in
that's
ESPN
baby.
that
Yeah,
are
no, not even
ESPN.
Irish, bro.
That the media is like,
No, it proves that ESPN's panel of experts favor to win it all as the Clippers, which I'm not even denying. But there are more people not in ESPN than there are in ESPN.
You can't deny it.
Yeah, I know, I can't deny it. But there's more people not in ESPN than there are in ESPN. And
But that
doesn't even prove that the Clippers weren't overwhelming favor because 4 out of 10 people said that the Clippers would lose.
What?
What do you mean, what?
But you said the Lakers and Clippers were
Abdullah.
favorites.
Well, yeah,
The Lakers
yeah,
were.
you're probably right about that. I thought the Lakers would have at least one vote. But also, we can't deny the fact that there were people
Wait,
that probably
wait,
would have picked
wait,
the
bottom
Lakers
left?
over the Clippers if they would.
Wait,
had
wait,
the
bottom
first
left,
pick of
bottom
West.
left, bottom left.
Yeah, but that's second place.
No.
Yeah, that's
I
what
mean,
you're
they-
saying.
Where should we go, bro? Where should we go? I don't know. What are they doing?
Got some news.
What?
You wanna go left? Come left, bro.
Gemini, how did you think of first if we picked?
Come left, come left, come left, come left, bro. Squad, 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 squad. Yeah, we are. Abdullah's in. Abdullah's in the squad.
Yeah.
Gemini, what do you mean?
There you go.
What do you mean?
I mean, when I don't get.
You said something about them not picking the Lakers first and you're justifying it.
Oh my god, bro.
What are you talking? Like, there would be people that probably did pick the Lakers first.
Top left.
Not on the
Top
ESPN
left.
panel.
No, yeah, you're right. You're right. I can't deny that. That doesn't mean the Clippers are
Okay.
overwhelming favorites.
They were.
They weren't. But those numbers don't prove that they were. Those numbers prove that they are the favorites again in one facet, in one branch of the sports industry.
No, it proves that they're overwhelming favorite.
Those numbers do not say overwhelming.
Yeah, they do.
Guaranteed, when the Warriors were like winning titles, they were at least winning 70% of these votes.
No, but you don't understand the point.
What?
That I'm trying to make.
What point are you trying
The
to make?
Lakers, that the Lakers just like look down upon, and
Oh
the
no,
Clippers,
listen, that
and
I
then-
agree with.
them not performing to their level, deserve like get knocked down all the way to the bottom. Like you're not even contenders. In my
Okay,
eyes.
that's bias on your part. I do
That-
agree with the
that's not
first part.
bias.
I do agree with the first part that you said, that the Lakers were not as appreciated as they should have been. And ESPN seems to acknowledge that themselves.
Under the misconception that you're supposed
What?
to get through this, you're not.
Oh my god.
Honestly,
Why
like-
these sweats playing 2K20?
What do you think it will be
Who do I think is winning this
for
year?
this year?
I
No,
think the
like
Lakers are
what do you
winning.
think ESPN said?
They said Lakers definitely have votes this year. I'd say that the Bucks probably have votes. And the Clippers probably have
what's
votes
that
too.
to subscribe to see it?
Oh, the ESPN Plus test.
Death wish
Oh my god,
not by armor.
Oh, good point.
nice.
Bitch.
Oh, that's
I'm not fronting
that's
you
not
the
your
dosh for that, idiot.
But yeah, if I had to guess, it's either the Bucks or the Lakers were the favorite, and then the other one was 2, and then
I was trying to
Clippers
bait.
3. And I don't think any other team would have gotten votes. Maybe the Nuggets stole like 1 vote.
I don't think the Clippers. I think the Clippers should receive 0 votes. If the Lakers
I mean,
receive 0
again,
votes.
that's just you stating your bias.
No. The Lakers didn't receive any votes. Like during that year, the Clippers didn't receive any votes this year.
Or you're probably right, but let's also take into account what pundits probably thought during that time. They're thinking that a team that didn't
Yeah, I
even
know.
make the playoffs, like, I doubt that. Like, we have to keep that in mind. The history, they didn't make the playoffs the year before, so that's probably contributes to why they didn't think they would go
The
straight from.
Clippers make the playoffs?
Yeah, the Clippers did make the playoffs. They were the 8th seed that year.
At the 8th seed though.
Yeah, and yeah, but let's keep in mind they
So-
they were the
Also-
8th seed, right? But again, let me talk. They were the 8th seed,
Okay.
and that proceeded to add Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, right? Who were Kawhi Leonard, who just led the Raptors to a championship, so he was a top 3 player in the league undoubtedly, and then Paul George, who at that time was coming off the back of a top 3 MVP finish, so he would have been considered a top 10 player. So you're taking the team
not
that made the
saying- I'm
playoffs
not
as the 8th seed, that added to.
I'm not
No,
saying
no.
that they should have
I
been
know-
considered as.
I know you're not saying it,
Clippers.
but I'm just explaining to what these people were thinking at the time. You're taking a playoff team and adding 2 of the best players in the world to it. Of course, they're going to be the favorites. The Lakers were a team that didn't make the playoffs, adding Anthony Davis, who was probably ranked
You're
lower than
spinning
both.
that the wrong
No,
way.
no, I'm not. I'm spinning it exactly how they would have
You
thought.
are. Because LeBron was injured.
Oh yeah, yeah, you're right.
They
Okay,
would have
that's
made the
fair.
playoffs.
Okay, that's fair.
They were the
But-
3rd seed and they were injured.
That's fair, but they're also a team that didn't make the playoffs, only adding Anthony Davis. No, but listen, like you're saying it's funny because they won the title, but I'm explaining to you what's going on in
No,
these people's
I'm not
minds.
saying it's funny because they won the title. Because they didn't consider that the second greatest player, or what is considered as the second greatest player in
Right,
history
but
of the NBA.
we can
Jamal, you see
take
that
that into
bullshit?
account too.
As-
But people also didn't think LeBron was the best player in the league anymore, right? This was a time when people
Yeah.
were saying that Giannis and Kawhi were both
Kawhi.
better than LeBron. So
I think
it's
Kawhi
reasonable
was
to
the
assume.
best.
Yeah. So and Giannis was, of course, winning an MVP pretty handily. So we have to consider that these people probably thought LeBron wasn't going to play as well, which he ended up doing. So, like, it's very reasonable to assume why the Lakers
What do
didn't get as many
ended up doing?
votes. He ended up
LeBron
playing
played
very
good.
well.
He just
Yeah,
took a-
exactly.
Oh, I
But
thought you
these people
said-
didn't expect that. So that's just another reason why.
I thought you said they were right.
Nah. But, like, again,
Trust me, I don't like LeBron.
no, I know you don't. But these are all
Disrespect?
reasons why. It's not disrespect.
It is.
Like these were all reasons why. It's reasonable to say why. You're saying it one
No,
because you like the Lakers and two because
No,
hindsight.
I'm just saying. No. I'm just saying like it's unreasonable for the Lakers to get 0 votes.
honestly, and
I
I'm
don't care.
telling you it's not unreasonable.
This will be fine.
What?
I'm really telling you that. There were definitely people that thought the Lakers were gonna win, but I'm explaining to you why they didn't. You can't just
But
because the
you can't
Lakers
have
are your
0
favorite.
votes.
But just because the Lakers are your favorite team and they
They're
prove
not.
to be
No.
the team that win.
No, they're not. No, they are my favorite team, but I'm saying that's not why I think that.
No, but I'm
Yes, I'm
explaining to you.
biased, but
I'm explaining to you
not in this
multiple
situation.
reasons. I give you like 3 or 4 reasons why the Lakers didn't receive any votes, and you're still telling me it's ludicrous.
Okay, well I can give you 4 reasons why the Clippers shouldn't have been considered.
But those are harder to dispute. Like I just told you why.
Not really.
Yeah, I gave you good reasons why the Clippers were heavily favored.
No, I'll give you good reasons why they shouldn't have been.
Like what?
I think you'll
That
find
both
it's not
Kawhi Leonard and Paul George really played good on the ball.
And I will counter by saying
come
both
back around
Kawhi
now.
Leonard and Paul George play very well off the ball. Like, come on.
You guys want to come back
I'd
around?
say only Paul George has experience doing that.
No, Kawhi Leonard is one of the best spot-up shooters in the NBA.
See, but
You guys want to come back
that's
around?
not
Or
his
no?
main role.
It doesn't have to be his main role for it to be
So,
good at it.
okay, so then he's not an all-star then. Like, you
What?
can't consider him being, like, the player that he was in Toronto and then say he's gonna be a spot-up shooter.
No, I didn't say that at all.
That's
When
what
did
I
you get
thought.
that? Well, obviously I didn't say that. I said just because it's not his main role doesn't mean he's not good at it. Stephen Curry could be a great off-ball player. Obviously he's not.
He is, well, he is.
But
He is
that's
a
the point.
great off-ball
Kawhi
player.
Leonard is a great off-ball player.
You guys want to come back around or no?
He is.
Really, he
No,
doesn't have
he
experience
is.
doing that.
Yes, he does. Years on the Spurs.
Bottom
Years
left,
and years
bottom
on the
left.
Spurs.
resource cost.
If
Yeah,
anything,
that
Paul
was-
George has less experience than Kawhi Leonard does.
Of course not.
No. He
Yes.
played with one of the biggest ball hogs.
Paul George played exactly 1 season as not the top option for his entire
Yeah,
career.
and he was
Kawhi Leonard
MVP
definitely
that
played more
year.
than that. Was he?
What? No, he's MVP candidate.
Okay.
So
Which contributes to the fact that he wasn't playing off the ball all that often, was he?
what? No, you saying he can't be an MVP candidate without
By playing off the
playing on the ball?
No,
Yeah.
you have to be the top guy.
That's
He
not
had the
true.
highest usage
Yeah,
rate for sure.
you could be the top guy off the ball.
Yeah, I mean, but most of the time that's a big man. And let's be perfectly transparent here. Paul George had the highest usage rate and the highest scoring average on the team.
Yes, there's no way he had the highest usage rate.
Russell Westbrook
Yeah, I gotta fact
notably
check that.
conceded that year.
I gotta fact check that.
You're letting your bias of Westbrook being a ball hog get in the way of that fact.
No, not really a ball hog, but gold cause he likes it. That's it. When was this? 2017, 2018? Or 2019? See the usage rate.
By the way, I blame that last game on J Mario.
What did I
I think I'll have that game.
Yeah,
I
me
think I'll
too.
Celtics, responsibility. Where do you see their usage rate?
do? I found it.
What is it?
Westbrook was at 31%, Paul George 29.5%.
So you're wrong.
So I was wrong that he had more, but he what, top 10 in the league usage rate?
Yeah,
I don't understand how that proves your point though.
Yeah, fact check that again.
I'm disgusted.
Do you see how close those numbers are?
Yeah, but I'm still right.
You're right that he had more, but that doesn't support your argument. You see what I'm
Yes,
getting
it
at?
does.
No, it doesn't. Because Paul George's usage rate was almost exactly in line with it. So it doesn't prove your point.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, it does. I'm telling you it doesn't prove your point, and I'm giving you a reason why, and you're responding by saying it does.
Yeah, it's because you were wrong.
But that doesn't
He
prove
said,
your point.
he said you have to be the main guy on the ball.
Okay, fair enough. He wasn't the main guy, but he basically was.
No,
His
you
usage
can't
rate-
say that.
No, listen. I know he wasn't the main
No, you
guy on the
can't say
ball.
that.
But can you listen to what I'm saying? I know he wasn't the main guy on the ball, as usage rate dictates. However, he was in the top 20 in the entire league in usage rate.
Okay.
And I'd
Wait,
argue.
now you changed it.
What?
You said top 10 first.
Okay, yeah, that was a guess, and I ended up being wrong. But he was top 20 in the league in usage rate, which doesn't really support you anymore. And
Wait, can you find an MVP that had,
The next wave.
like, not a top 10 usage rate and one MVP?
I
Or was a
highly
top 3
doubt.
MVP candidate?
I highly doubt I'd be able to find that, and I don't really
Okay,
feel like
then.
looking. So,
Okay, so you're wrong.
how
in that
am I wrong?
sense. Because history shows that, you, like, you can't be
what?
you can't be like a
Oh my god.
you can't be like a top 20 usage, like have a top 20 usage rate in the NBA and still be like that.
My guy
high
can't
of an
shoot.
MVP candidate.
You can't. I can't hear you.
My guy can't shoot. Don't worry about
What I'm
it.
saying is that like he won like with being off the ball. Like he's
He
better
wasn't
than
off the
Kawhi.
ball. Come on, man.
He wasn't off the ball.
He was top 20 in usage rate in the entire fucking league.
Find me another MVP candidate. We can do that.
But what does that have to prove?
That proves that Kawhi.
If I
That,
find that.
that proves the main point. That
Which
only one
is?
of them could play off the ball.
No, it doesn't. You got two guys in the top 20 in the league in usage rate. That means they're both basically splitting on-ball duties.
So then they're half as good. What's your point?
What? The
What's your
point is that the point is that both people can play
So
off the
you
ball and still
said.
be successful.
So you're arguing that two people with high usage rates are gonna work well together?
They could work well together
Yeah, but history
if
shows
they're both
that's not how
very
it
good
works.
on the ball. No, history hasn't shown that's how it works. You have LeBron James and Dwayne Wade on the Miami Heat winning championships. You have Kobe
But
Bryant
they
and
didn't
Shaquille
have-
O'Neal winning
Wait,
championships.
what do you guys
Come on, man.
Wait,
Shaquille O'Neal didn't have
what
a
are you
high
guys even
usage
talking
rate, not
about?
as
Shaquille O'Neal
Kobe.
100% had a high usage rate. I agree, not as high as Kobe. I
Kobe
agree.
is significantly higher.
I agree with that. But again, that has absolutely nothing to do with what we're
Yes, it
discussing.
does.
Why do we have to
Because
prove which guy has a higher usage rate?
Because I'm giving you an example as to why they wouldn't, or why the English should have probably wouldn't work together.
But why? That is not a good enough reason because two
That is a good
guys with
reason.
high usage rates have proven to work together.
Name one.
I just named you two, you fucking retard,
Yeah,
bro.
can't you?
I just did.
What? Are you Kobe Shaq?
And
So a
LeBron
big
and
man in the
Wade.
guard?
Just entered a pod. You got
Literally
lucky.
two
But
guys.
LeBron
What?
is considered the second greatest player.
Let's go,
ever.
big man.
Okay, doesn't
go,
mean
big
that
man.
he has a high
Count.
usage rate. Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal are two top 10 players of all time.
Yeah, that's a guard at the center.
So?
Not two people of the same position.
So you
What do you mean?
you
can't
can't
say so.
disprove the points I'm making.
Yes, I can.
I'm giving you countless examples of
Find
guys
me-
that have worked
find
together,
me-
both
okay.
being on ball.
Yeah, that are.
I
playing
can
the
almost
same
guarantee
position.
you that
Try
Scottie Pippen had a top 20 usage rate in the NBA when he played. I can almost
Find me
guarantee
two
you
people-
that
find me
Magic
two
and
players.
Kareem had top 20 usage rates in the NBA when they
Look.
played together.
They don't play the same position.
But they don't have to play the same position. Literally right before that. I
That's what I'm
just said
saying.
MJ and Scotty. Literally right before that.
Oh my god. No, I'm saying Paul George and Kawhi play the same.
So you're just going to ignore the fact that I just said MJ and Scotty.
They don't play the same position.
What do you mean they don't play the same position? They're both wings.
They don't.
You're really going to bring in position?
Michael's a guard.
They're both wings. They both play on the wing.
Michael's the guard.
You can't let this get, like, you have to get that through your head. They're both wings.
Oh my god.
Man. It's a too rough. Damn, bro, look at all the customers we got. Oh, I lagged. Jesus.
I'm 1 for 4 already.
Wait, so what was that whole conversation about?
About, like, the
Just
predictions.
basketball.
Yeah.
It wasn't really an argument. We were just kind of discussing whether or not the Lakers deserved to be treated better, like in preseason projections. Which I admit they should have been, but I'm also explaining why people thought that like they weren't.
They're not good reasons.
I lost on
They
my
are very good
takeover.
reasons.
They're not.
They are well-informed reasons with stats to back them
They're
up,
not
and
good
you're saying
reasons.
they're not good reasons because you disagree.
Just
I
that
lost
don't
on my
back it up.
takeover, bro.
It's not
Cause
too
look,
bad.
look. No, because, okay, tell me the reason for the Lakers not, what's it called? Lakers
Finally.
not being picked.
I'm
the reason
explaining to
again.
you that the reason the Lakers weren't picked as finals favorites were because they were a team that had missed the playoffs the year prior
But why? Why did they miss it?
because they weren't a very good team.
No, that's not true. That's not true. If you look at the stats-
And listen, and I also agree
No,
LeBron
what
was
do you-
injured.
no, you
listen,
just said they're not a
listen,
very
you
good
listen,
team.
listen. I do agree that LeBron was injured and that was a factor in them missing the playoffs. But they also weren't a very good team. Truly,
That's not true.
They weren't a very good team because if
So
they
third-
were, they probably
third in
could
the
have played
West
better
is a
without
good team.
LeBron. What do you mean third in the West?
Oh, smoke.
They're in the West
You're
is not a
saying,
good team.
what are you talking about? What evidence do you have to back up that they would have been third in the West?
No, I'm telling you that's what happened. That's what they were with LeBron.
What are you talking
And-
about?
What do you know what I'm talking about? You know
What are
I'm
you talking about? No, I don't know what you're talking about. Truly,
Yes, you do.
that's why I'm asking.
Okay, you said that they didn't consider them because they didn't make the playoffs.
Yes, they were a team that didn't make the playoffs.
They knew that LeBron's gonna be healthy, and when
That's a
LeBron
good
is
point.
healthy,
And then I countered, right? And then I
What-
said,
what was the
even
counter?
though that LeBron was going to be healthy, there was a reasonable assumption that he would begin to start taking a step back. That his
that wouldn't
body
make
was.
sense though.
No, it would make sense because his body
No,
would
it
start
wouldn't.
breaking down, and he had to make the playoffs. These are
But of
reasonable
all
assumptions to
people,
make.
no, if that was any other player, maybe you could have said that.
No, I'm right.
LeBron,
I'm
but
right.
about
I'm
LeBron,
right.
no.
But you're using the fact that he was good as
No, I'm not.
reason.
I'm using the fact as
You're making it
treats
seem
his body
you're
really
making,
good.
No, and that's true. But you're making it seem like people were crazy for thinking that LeBron might slow down. They weren't crazy for thinking
Yes,
that.
they were
He was
crazy.
entering his age 35 season, an injury-prone
But
season
it's
at that.
LeBron James.
But it doesn't matter that it's LeBron James.
Yes, it does.
No, because people were saying, and a very true statement, Father Time takes advantage of everyone eventually.
Father time? What?
But it's not
What?
the case of
Yo,
LeBron.
this
That's
you're,
not-
you're,
But
you said
you are
father
saying
time.
that
I'm
because
not
it
saying
ended
that
up being
because of
true.
LeBron.
Yes,
No,
you
I'm
are.
not.
Yes,
lied.
you are.
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Come on. It's the same thing with Ronaldo. People who
I'm
treat
lying,
their bodies
bro.
good,
No,
are gonna recover from
and I
injuries better
agree
than
with you.
others.
I agree with you. But if he
Okay,
had,
shut up.
but if he had broken down, would anyone have been surprised? No.
yes,
No.
I would have been
People would not have
surprised.
been. Okay, you would have been surprised, but you're not the
Look at-
majority of people.
He literally came out and said he spent like $1 million on his body.
And he can say whatever he wants to say. But he's also a 35-year-old coming off an injury-prone season that didn't make the playoffs. So I'm explaining
So
to you
what?
that even though it ended up being true, and even though his what he said about his body ended up
Age
being
doesn't
completely
mean
true.
anything.
Age does
doesn't mean
mean
anything in terms of LeBron.
in sport.
No, it
In
doesn't.
terms of LeBron, you're using these hypotheticals because it ended up being true.
No, it's not.
Yes.
Look at his past.
What do you mean? Look at his past. His past is when he was younger.
Well, I'm talking about his injuries.
He hasn't really gotten injured that much.
I wonder why.
No, you're right, and there is a reason. The reason for that is that he takes care of his body. But
Yeah.
it's easy to assume that someone experiencing their first big injury for the most part, approaching his age 35 season, would experience some kind of setback.
But
He
you
didn't
can't label
because he's
him as
very
someone.
good.
You can't
No,
label him as someone.
you can't. You can't. And even though it's LeBron James, everybody thought that he might take a step back. Everybody. You cannot deny that.
Because you just labeled him as someone. You
No,
act like he's an average NBA player.
No, I'm not. No, I didn't
He
say
treats
that.
his body
I literally just said
better than
he is
every
LeBron
NBA
James.
player.
No, and I agree with that. He's LeBron James. But Father Time gets to everyone eventually.
Why do you keep saying that, bro?
Because
Stop.
because that's a term that people in sports use, Kenneth.
Stop treating him as like an
So
average NBA player recovering from injury. He's
No,
not that.
no, we didn't do that at all. It's the fact that
Yes,
he
you
was
did.
also
Yes, you
no,
did.
no, I didn't.
You just
It's
put him in the category
no,
everybody.
I didn't. No, I didn't.
Yes.
It
Hold
is
on,
the
can you let me
fact.
talk? Can we talk?
It is,
You-
but you're
you not
putting
just
words in my
say-
mouth. You're putting
No,
words
I'm
in my
not.
mouth.
Okay,
Yes.
let me talk.
It's because I didn't say that.
Let me talk.
I can't
No.
let you talk if you're not interpreting what I'm saying properly.
You don't even
I'm
know what I'm
telling
gonna
you.
say.
But you are
No, let me
interpreting
talk.
my words properly
Okay.
already. It's the fact that it was
See,
his
let's-
first major injury, and he was also approaching his age 35 season.
Can you let me talk?
Yes, you can talk now, but you have to make sure you're getting my
What
words
was the
properly
quote? What
before
was
you
the
can
quote you
speak.
kept saying?
What? That Father Time gets to everyone eventually?
Yeah.
Is that not true?
You put him in the category of everyone.
But it does get to everyone eventually. Are you
Yeah,
stupid?
That's eventually.
Eventually, that's the point. People
doesn't
thought
make
that this would be
sense.
the year.
Why
It's
would
not
it be-
unreasonable to assume that because he is coming off his first major injury and approaching his 35-year-old season.
Salvage what we can from that flesh pound.
It's LeBron James.
But that's not a good enough reason. You can't
It
say
is
it
a
because
good
of
enough reason.
hindsight.
No, I'm not. Stop saying that. You're assuming what I'm thinking.
I'm
You
not
can't
assuming
say
what
that.
you're thinking. You're saying because
Okay,
it's LeBron
okay.
James. But even though it's LeBron James, Father Time gets to everyone
Jeremiah, did I
eventually.
say-
I cannot stress that enough.
Jeremiah, did I say that?
Wait, so what are you guys trying to say, bro?
I
I
thought
don't know
that
what you,
because of how he
what are you
played.
two arguing about or
No,
just
but
talking about.
Abdullah,
Okay, then,
you
so
agree,
stop
you
saying-
agree, but you
you're
agree
putting
that
words in
Father
my
Time
mouth.
gets to everyone, right? You agree that Father Time gets to
Yes.
everyone. Okay. So that means LeBron's gonna
But do
slow
you-
down
hold on.
eventually, right?
Hold on.
Right?
Do you
No,
agree
no,
that
no, no, keep
LeBron's a
going.
special case?
No, okay, yeah, I do agree that LeBron's a special
then.
case. But let me finish.
why-
let me finish.
why you
Let
put
me
him under
finish.
that
Because you're
umbrella?
not letting me finish. You said that Father Time gets to everyone eventually, right? You agree with that?
Yeah.
You also agree that LeBron is going to slow down eventually, right?
Yeah.
So, why is it wrong for people to assume that it would start last season?
Because that's when normal players sort of decline.
No, it's not.
But
No,
he's not,
people.
he's not a
No,
normal
but no,
player.
no, no. Because people start breaking down
Yes,
before
yes,
that, Abdullah.
Yes,
People
yes,
start
yes.
breaking down
Normal.
before their 35-year-old
yes.
birthday. 35-year-old birthday is very
yes.
late for an NBA player to start slowing down. Okay. So this was giving LeBron the benefit of the doubt.
Not really.
It
I
was
wouldn't say
real.
so.
Any
Benefit of the
normal
doubt was
NBA player.
placing him as an NBA champion. with
But
8
any
young-
normal NBA player, and that's another point, by the way. Not only was he 35, he's a 35-year-old that just made the finals 9 seasons in a row. He has extra wear and tear.
He also has extra care.
Well, no, you're right. But he also has way more games than a lot of NBA players. He was coming off his first major injury, and age will get to everyone. It's not unreasonable to assume that he might have started slowing down.
Stop saying that because.
But it's true.
That
It's
makes it
just a
seem
true
like
statement.
that makes it seem like he's like a casual. Or
No, it's not. I just gave you
treating their
3
body.
different reasons.
Supposed to kill you.
And you're still going back to the fact that it's LeBron James. That's not a good reason.
Yes, it is. A good
It's not a
reason.
good reason because he
It is,
will
bro.
start slowing down
It's
eventually.
LeBron
And then
James.
you'll be able to say that
It is.
no, it's not a good reason because
It is.
Yes,
eventually he will slow down. Eventually he will. And
Yeah,
you're not going to be able to say
stop saying
he's
that, bro,
LeBron
because-
James. No, but you're not going to be able to say he's LeBron James when he starts slowing down. So you can't keep
Well, he's a
using the
human.
excuse until he actually does. It's a predictive factor. You can't use hindsight.
Stop just saying I'm using hindsight. I'm not.
But you are. I'm literally explaining
What's
to you
hind-
how you are.
What's hindsight?
I'm not.
You're using the excuse that he's LeBron James. What happens if he slows
What's the
down
hindsight
next year?
that I predicted that because he?
No,
takes care of his
not that
body?
you predicted it.
What?
It's the fact that he didn't. That is hindsight.
But I'm not taking that into
But you are.
consideration.
You are, and I'm
Alright,
explaining
you
to
hear
you
this?
how you are. I'm explaining it to you. I'm
No,
using logic here.
Well, I'm
He
You
telling
hear
you
this
that I'm not.
malarkey? You've
But
been
I
here the whole
let
time.
me
I didn't know
explain to you
you.
how you are. You don't get it.
Barry,
This is my
Eventually-
YouTube content.
I'm trying
Have I
to
ever-
explain to you,
Alright,
and you're not
Have I
listening.
mentioned like how good LeBron played and used as evidence? No.
But I'm explaining
So
to you
stop-
how you
no,
are.
no, you're
you
putting
didn't
words in
use
my
the.
mouth.
But I'm explaining to you how you are.
No,
Can you
you
listen to me, please? I'm explaining to you
You
how
hear
you
this
are.
malarkey?
and find me any
No.
like
I'm not, listen, I'm not trying to say that you said that word for word. I'm trying to explain to you why the argument is faulty, and you're not letting me.
Yeah, because you're putting words in my mouth.
I'm trying to explain to you.
I
You're
baby.
not letting me explain.
Abdullah, there's a clip where you cut me off because you said, I'm gonna let you put words in my mouth.
Well, yeah, I'm not putting words into your mouth. I'm trying to explain why your argument is faulty, and you're not letting me. How do you not see that?
Why is my argument faulty?
I'm trying to explain that to you.
Okay,
You keep using the excuse, he is LeBron. He is LeBron. Right? You keep using that excuse. But he's going to slow down eventually. He's going to slow down eventually. So you can't just say he is LeBron.
That was nice.
No, you can't, because he will eventually start to slow down, and then it will prove that he's not LeBron. He is another person that has fell victim to father time. He is not always going to be this superhuman figure that you're painting him
no one
as.
said he's always going to be that.
But that's the point I'm trying to get to you. You can't just use the excuse, he is LeBron, because he won't always be that superhuman.
What's your point, that everyone ages?
Yes,
We all agree with
everyone.
that.
Yes, and everyone
But you're
ages.
treating him-
Therefore,
But not at the same rate.
no,
correct?
it's not the same rate. I literally just
Okay,
gave
then.
you about 3 different reasons for how LeBron was given the benefit of the doubt, but we're still predicting
By
him to fall.
not putting him as NBA champion.
No, that's not what I said. It's the
Makes a lot
fact
of
that he was
sense.
coming off his first major injury. He was entering his 35-year-old season, which is later than most people start slowing down, and
But
he was coming.
You can't compare him to other players.
And I just didn't. I literally just
You
didn't.
just did.
I
You
just
literally just
didn't.
did.
I literally just
You said-
showed how he is better than other NBA players, and you're saying I'm comparing him. That's how I know I'm winning the
Because you
argument.
said because you said he's entering his 35 season, unlike
A-
most players.
A season
Yeah, what?
where most players would have already been
Yes,
done.
Stop comparing him.
I'm not comparing him. I'm
Yes,
not.
you just did.
I'm not. I didn't. I literally
You did.
just used an example of how he is better than most NBA players. Most NBA players, 90% of NBA players, 95% of NBA players would have already been done by that age. They wouldn't have even considered the possibility of slowing down because
Okay.
they've already been done.
Okay, now
LeBron
stop
James
right
is
there.
different.
Okay, stop right there. And you just said that you use the 90% as like his 10%, because that's where you place LeBron, right? Correct?
Okay. We're gonna ignore the fact that I changed to 95%. It was used for fucking emphasis, you
You said
retard.
90%.
And then I said 95% right after that. Like, you just
Every
don't
time-
listen.
Every time,
It's used for emphasis.
every time I say something, you keep changing it.
But I said 95% directly after that. You just don't
You
fucking
said-
listen.
Oh, I heard 90.
Well, it's the fact that you don't listen.
Okay, fine. So you're giving the person who takes care of his body a 5% chance relative to how other players who don't treat their body as good as him recover.
But let's also. Okay.
You should not see the problem
Okay.
with that.
No. I do see the problem with that. Okay. 95% was the wrong number then. 99%. Is that fucking better? And that's also not the only reason.
It's even worse. It's even
How is
worse.
that even worse?
Because you're still
I just
comparing
shortened the
how
sample
other people
size.
recover.
No, I didn't. No, I
Yes, you
didn't.
did.
You're just ignoring all the other parts of my argument.
I'm not.
Yeah, I am.
What?
You're ignoring all the other parts of the argument.
When we mix things up so
I'm
Did
not.
I not? I literally said something before that and something after that, and you just ignored it.
Yeah, and I
You choose to
disputed
ignore
both.
it.
I didn't.
No, you
believe
didn't.
it.
You have not spoken
What
on
did I
either
ignore?
point. The fact
What
that
did I
he was
ignore?
coming off the first major injury of his career,
Yeah.
and the fact that he played in many more games than most NBA players do because he went to 9 consecutive NBA finals. Add that into the fact that he is approaching the 35-year-old season, an age that most people wouldn't even be considered at, and it's reasonable to assume that he would have started breaking down.
And then you say you haven't compared them to other.
I have not compared him. I literally just put him on the biggest pedestal you can possibly put an NBA player, and you're still saying that.
Yes, because you just
Yeah,
compared them to most NBA players.
that's messed up, Abdullah. Come on.
Really, that's messed up.
It's not
I
messed
don't
up.
know.
It's the
I
fact,
don't know
it's
what
the
you
fact
guys
that
are
he
talking
doesn't
about.
understand what he's talking about.
No, I literally
I literally just
your
put LeBron.
comparison.
I just put LeBron James on the highest pedestal that you can possibly put an NBA player, and you're
Yeah, no,
still
you
saying
gotta
I'm
know
comparing
that.
him to any other NBA players.
Because you keep mentioning other people's like data decline.
But do you understand where I'm
Which is not
coming from?
relevant.
Do you understand where I'm coming from? Yes, I am mentioning others people's decline, right? I'm not mentioning that, right? But
Others
LeBron
people.
isn't on that. LeBron is
Why don't you
above
compare?
it.
Why don't you compare? So stop mentioning it.
Because he's
It's irrelevant.
incomparable. He's incomparable. That's the
It's
point I'm trying to get
irrelevant.
across. I'm trying to get across that there is no comparison for LeBron James. And you're still saying that I'm comparing him to other NBA players. You
Yes, 'cause
don't
you're
understand
saying-
what you
you're
are talking
saying-
about.
Okay. Okay, so are you saying that since there are no other examples of it happening, it's less likely?
No. It's not no other examples that are happening. In fact, every other example proves that he should have been done, but he's not because he is LeBron James.
So why do you keep mentioning most NBA players?
I'm mentioning all NBA players for the most part. Maybe there are, what, 2 or 3 exceptions. You could say Kareem and Michael Jordan because they are also 2 of the greatest NBA players of all time. But almost every NBA player would have been done way before their age 35 season. LeBron is
But
different. He's way better.
Okay, so that's a reason for him to be considered as a champ, like a possible champion, right? For
Right.
that season.
That's
Okay.
fair. However, it is his age 35 season. So we're treating him as a much better player, someone that would break down later than other NBA players. It is reasonable to assume that he would break down then at this later advanced benefit of the doubt stage.
Well, he hasn't shown any signs of slowing down at 34.
But yes, he has, and that's again the point I'm trying to get across.
He hasn't.
Yes, he has.
Show me.
What do you mean show you?
Show me a sign.
I can't show you anything. I can explain
Okay, so
to
you
you,
can't prove
however,
it.
the fact that he's coming off a major injury, his first of his career, so therefore we don't have any baseline to see how he would react from that kind of setback. And secondly,
Well, what you can do is try to predict how he's gonna recover.
which
But looking at how he treats his body.
many people did, and they predicted incorrectly.
Wow.
But that prediction
dude.
was not unfounded.
Well, it
Bitch.
should have been because
It should not have been. You're saying it should have been because it was.
No.
No,
I'm
you
saying
said
that
it. You
because
literally said it
it
should have
takes care
been.
of his body.
It should have been. It should have been, meaning
Yeah.
that you're using what
It should've-
actually happened.
No.
Yes.
You're wrong.
No, I'm not wrong. When you say it should have
you're
been,
wrong.
you're using what actually happened.
No. I could
Yes.
be mentioning the past, which I was.
No, you can't. You can't be mentioning
Yes,
the
I
past.
could.
You said
Yes, I
it
could.
should have been. It should have been
Yes,
because you
because I'm
know
talking
now.
about past.
It should have been because
No.
you know now.
No, you're wrong.
No, I'm not wrong. That's literally how it works.
That wouldn't
when you
make
use
sense
that
if
word,
I-
that's how it works.
That's not how it works.
That is how it works.
That's not how it works.
That is how it works. In the past,
That's
you
not
wouldn't
how it
say. In the past, you wouldn't say that those people should have said.
Yes,
he
they
would
should
be
have,
better.
based on
No.
what they saw. Yes.
What do you mean based on what they saw? They had nothing to go
Before.
off of.
Yes, they did.
No,
How
they
LeBron-
didn't.
how
Before.
LeBron treats his body.
What?
How LeBron recovers.
But the point is,
There's
you can say that he treats his body well, but he's never had an injury like this, so they don't have anything to go off of.
Yeah, he never had an injury like this because.
That's the point. So you
Of
have to
his
assume the
precaution.
worst. And it's not
No,
because
you
of
can't assume
precaution.
the worst. No, you can't. assume
It's
the
not
worst
because of precaution.
For someone who
To be completely
takes
honest,
care of his
it's not
body.
because of precaution. To be honest, it's because he got kind of lucky too. There is a luck
How
factor
do you get
there.
lucky?
There is a luck factor there. There's a luck factor
What's
to
the
not
luck
getting injured.
factor?
To not getting injured. You can't predict an injury, so there is a
Okay,
luck
but
factor there.
I could give you multiple examples of how players who treat their body really good don't get injured.
But that's true. But even if you take all of those precautions, you can still get injured. Okay, so that's
Yeah,
not a valid
obviously.
excuse.
No, because it is, because you could say that it decreases their chances.
It does decrease their chances, that's
Oh,
right. But it doesn't.
significantly.
No.
Significantly.
Significantly is wrong because there
Yes.
is a luck factor. There is a luck
Not
factor.
true.
There is a luck factor.
Yeah,
That
there is a luck
just true.
factor, but the factor of them taking care of their body plays more than
That's
luck.
not true.
That is true.
There aren't many people that take care of their body to the extent that LeBron did, so you can't say that it substantially improves it.
Yeah. There
And
are.
there's further evidence to
There's
support
other
that because
athletes
LeBron
not
did
in the
get
NBA.
injured.
There's athletes not in the NBA.
Okay, that's fair. But there aren't that many.
Yeah, they are. And,
if
pretty,
they're-
and they're very like. The funny thing is, they're very successful too.
Well, good for them. But there aren't that many. Let's point that out because there aren't that many very successful athletes in the world, right? There's only a handful that can safely say they're the best athlete in their respective sport in the world. So there aren't that many. Let's just point that out.
But they don't have to be the best in their sport.
Yeah, you're right. They don't, but they have to be durable. Fair enough, right?
Body. Yeah,
but they have to. Okay, that's fair. But they have to be durable and good. But they have to be durable and good because they need to have a sustainable amount of workload, or else it wouldn't matter. So they have to be durable and very good. It doesn't matter if you take care of your body if you don't get in the game as much. So you have to be durable and good.
You have to play good. No, I mean you have to play a lot, not
exactly.
Good.
You have to be durable and you have to play a lot. Therefore, you pretty much have to be good. Because you're not gonna play a lot if you're not good. If you try to argue that, you're just silly. What do you mean?
I could argue that.
Yes, you have to be good in order to play a lot.
Yo, I hope you know I'm sweating hard, bro. Oh, he baited me.
Oh wait, we're 1919 right here.
Yes, bro.
That's game.
We've missed so many shots.
And I missed the game-winning shot.
Just us as a team missed a lot of shots.
I didn't even notice.
I missed a shot, bro, and you guys are just talking about whatever you guys talking about.
I wasn't, to be honest, I wasn't really that scared because these guys weren't that good.
Yeah.
I didn't notice.
I was just scared that that guy was gonna score me, and he almost did. If it wasn't for my intimidator.
Wave 21.
I think Abdullah's intimidator might have stacked too. Didn't you help?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know.
I got a shooting badge. Yo, can I put it on?
Too. No, let's play. Let's play. It's fine. We'll put it on before we're.
Text your boyfriend, bro.
Alright. Are you gonna upload this?
Is it done?
Wait, do you share your
I don't know
voice?
if my mic is shared.
I lied. I do share my voice.
No, I just don't care.
But yeah, it doesn't. It'll be way funnier if Abdullah's mic isn't shared.
Yeah.
How long was this conversation?
Jim, we should have a podcast together.
I guarantee if we had a podcast, we would be so successful.
You two be doing that a lot.
It's also fucking entertaining too, because of the crazy shit this kid says and